All right. How's it going, people? All right. How's it going, people? Go to close that off. All right. Okay. Hi, guys. Hey, Farmal. How did I make out at the vet? Well, we took a calf in yesterday because we had quite a few of them get scours from the bad weather we had. Like we had really warm weather, and then it got cold, and then it started snowing again. And yeah, so a lot of them got sick there. But the vet, it stayed overnight, and the vet said that it is getting better. So, hi everyone. Hi Ryan, Ben from Ohio. Right on. How many acres do we have? If we counted everything up, probably be around 22,000, maybe a little more, 2,500. Hey Bill from Utah. Hey Drumheller, how's it going? What's the weather like down in Drumheller? Hey Denny, no work on the 16 by 32 shed. It's all covered up with tarps, and there's about 5 inches of snow on it. We've been working on a small calf shed that we're trying to put an old roof on from an older calf shed that we saved. So, Farmer Foss, how's it going? Hey, young farmer. Hey, Anderson Cattle Company, how's it going? Hey, Aaron, how's it going? How's the weather down in Vermilion? I should get a mixing wagon. Well, we don't really do that sort of thing around here, so a mixing wagon for us would be kind of useless. But hey, David, it's pretty warm, -2. Yeah, it's -14 here. You can see there's bottom there's -14, the outside temperature. Hey, Dark Horse. Yeah, we got a little bit of snow too. We got our snow back again. So hey, Iowa Dairy Boys. One wild and crazy guy. How's it going from northwestern Minnesota? Paul's from Kentucky. John Deere Boy from southern Indiana. Have we thought about silage? Uh, Sometimes we have, but we never ever did go through doing silage. What's the latest calf count? We're just about at 100. I think we're around 95 or so. I haven't even had time to look, but we did have one right now, so just before I came in. Hey, Versatile, 1150. Versatile, that kind of reminds me of Ryan from How Farms Work, how he pronounces versatile, versatile. In Canada, we pronounce it versatile because Versatile is a Canadian company. So I just thought that was fun. Are you trying anything new for this next growing season? We're going to try a new wheat, that's for sure. Hey Tim, how's it going? When do you usually start making hay? Iowa Dairy Boys, we start making hay at around 1st of July, sometimes second week or first week of July. Can't move grain this week, no cars. Oh yeah, that's crazy. How's the sick calves? Well, they're getting better. There was about 20 that were sick, so we're staying on top of it. Soybean farmer, the trip to the vet turned out all right. We let the calf stay overnight, so he's getting better now. He was put on IV. Don't grow harvest wheat, too much ergot. That's exactly what we combine this year. Actually, there was no very little in it right now. Hey Ken from Indianapolis, when will you start cereal grain seeding? Around the end of April, 1st of May. I say versatile just like you, yeah. I find it funny to start saying versatile. But that's the way, maybe just they pronounce it that way. I don't know. Everybody pronounces stuff different. Hey, 57. Good evening to you too. Sorry I couldn't make it yesterday, but things happened and just got busy with stuff, and sick calves come first. So, hey, Jeremy, thanks for watching all the vids. What kind of work is planned for the cat dozers this summer? Not very much. I hope to use the cat dozers before the frost comes out of the ground yet on some land that we have that has small poplar trees on it. One wild and crazy guy. Yes, I do have Instagram. It's Northern Farmer AB. Ethan, we have, how many tractors do we have? There's got to be about 7 or 8. How many acres do we farm? About 1,500 grain and oil seeds and about 700 hay. Stettler, I heard is a good wheat. We're gonna try out Stettler. How many hours are on the MX135? It's actually pulling over 12,000 now. You got a 170? Oh, yeah, 18,000. I want a 170. That's a tractor that I really, if I could find one with low hours, I'd buy another MX 170 or another Case IH. But an MX 170 is one I'd like. Hey, Daryl, how's it going in Edmonton? Iowa Dairy Boys, I really shouldn't buy any more equipment. We buy too much equipment. But the auction sales are coming up in April, and it's really hard. It's like Coke. It's like crack not to buy. Denny's Country Life. Some years we start haying in mid-April. Crazy how different things are. Yeah, that is crazy. Yeah, we wouldn't be haying here. The hay would be this big in April. When are you going to video some snowmobiling? Well, there's a little bit of snow. If we ever get some time off, we might, in the next couple weeks, I might try it out. Bradley, we have about 200 head, a little over 200 actually. Danny says I should buy a John Deere. Well, I can't rule out buying a John Deere. Especially for a front wheel assist loader tractor. Sean's all right. I think he's watching right now. If Sean is listening, he can type in that he's doing well. He just had his teeth pulled. In one of your first videos, you showed buying a bow type building that was covered in. Well, yes, it is actually. We're gonna put that up this summer. That hoop building, like some of you guys call hoop buildings, or we call them fabric coverall buildings, but yeah, we'll be putting that up this summer, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Yeah, Versatile, we finished in October in some of our hay. Oh, you just bought another manure spreader? Cool, I'll have to check that out. I've got one too many manure spreaders too. There's one that I don't use at all. Needs to be fixed. Excuse me. Will you be buying bulls on the upcoming auctions? We were actually supposed to go to a bull sale on Friday, but with Sean gone out and quite a few sick calves, we had to cancel. But there's more coming up. There's actually a bull sale coming up in Grand Prairie, and I will be there at the tech center at the farm show. It's a farm show, kind of like what Ryan went to on How Farms Work in Kentucky, but not that big. But they have that there every year, and I go there every year. So if anybody's in the Grand Prairie area that day in March, it's actually coming up right away. Yeah, so if anybody's around there, stop in and we'll try to meet up or something like that. Have I used the skid steer to move bales? Yes, I have. Oh, comments are going crazy here. I need a Tridem trailer 3 hopper. Actually, yes, there is. There is a Tridem trailer 3 hopper in one of the Ritchie Brothers sales up here. There's one that is not that great a shape, and there's one that's in better shape. It has the 2 hoppers in front where the rear hopper goes out the back. Yes, One Lonely Farmer has a 7410. I wouldn't mind a 7520. I think like the 7410 is kind of similar to our MX 135. It's a little bit on the light side. I'd like something a little heavier duty. Well, you bought a Slinger. I think Slinger would work better for you guys, but our manure, a Slinger wouldn't work that well. Actually, the 7530 on a front end loader would probably be pretty cool. Hey, Cab 7, how's it going? Versatile, how do you like your 7410? Building a tender unit for seating. Maybe that might work for you. It doesn't have to be in that great a shape. A little bit of rust, maybe. Don't go to the dark side and buy a John Deere. It's hard not to buy a John Deere because our dealer is here, a John Deere dealer. I shouldn't say we don't have John Deere because we have tons of John Deere equipment, just not tractors. So. Hey, Brandon. Preston, nothing compares to the MX series. I like the MX from 98 to 2002. They're really good. And then when you go to the MX 150 and the 170, they beat them up with Magnum tractor differentials and front end, so they're really tough. Yeah, that tractor is One Lonely Farmer's 7410. Yeah, that's it's got quite a few hours on it, but he totally redid the tractor, so I wouldn't get rid of it after I just finished like that's the same as our MX 135. We've pretty much gone through it already. The only thing it needs now is a rear seal. I think I remember that, Mac. Yeah. How many hours are on my excavator? 14,000. Hey, Larson Valley Farms, how's it going? I'm not a farmer, but I am a gardener. I raise bed gardens. Well, a few of the women around here have a bunch of flowers, and actually, my brother puts out a lot of flowers on his on his place. So. Actually, I don't mind flowers. I like flowering up the place. Makes it look not too bad. Any thoughts on getting another MX series tractor? I'd love to get a MX 150 or 170 that didn't have too many hours, but they're very rare, hard to find. Last year I saw 2 of them and they sold right away. I don't like Justin Trudeau. He's all for the East and not for the West. Hey, Austin. What do I think of Trump? Let's get political. It's too early to tell. Too early to tell yet. Ever think of getting a case combine? I'd probably end up getting a New Holland CR before I get a case combine. They're the same, but it's still a little bit different. All the extra vehicles. Yeah, we've got quite a few vehicles, but that's everybody's vehicles when they come over. They park and that, and then we've got some spare vehicles that we just leave at the main farm. So that's why there's a lot of vehicles there. I've got a couple of my vehicles at the main farm. My F-150 is here at my place, so everybody's got at least one or two of their vehicles at the main farm. Hey, Ontario Cash Cropper, how's it going? It's cold right now. Not too cold, but. Oh, Aaron, my cousin has a case. It's an 8010, and I don't know. It seems like he's always working on it. He even leased out a 90. Oh man, what was it? It's not a 9010 or something, but he was having trouble with that one too. When do you plan on upgrading the combines? Uh, don't know uh if I see a newer one come by, I might have to do something about that. The cat that we took to the vet is doing better. Probably pick it up tomorrow. Hey, Bobcat. Alice Chalmers are good, and so is Gleaner. Did you ever hear that Gleaner makes your grain cleaner? That's a joke. I think it was a 9120. Yes. David, there's a lot of Gleaners. Well, I don't see many Gleaners in the field, but I do see them on the dealers, in the dealerships. And a few used. I've seen them. And auction sales too. If we did get a new combine, it would have wheels. I don't want tracks. I've read a lot about tracks and I'm not very good. I like this, yeah. Yeah, quite the it's quite the crazy chat. Is a live stream with all the people on there. So actually, this is the first live stream that it's actually gone quite a bit. So it's getting harder to read. I won't slow it down though. Silver Cedars, yeah. How much off-farm work do you do, if any? We do a lot of off-farm work. Uh, in the last 4 years, I used to not be home on the farm very much at all. We do construction surveying for mainly for asphalt paving. Your 9870, yeah. I didn't. I had a neighbor that he farms like 8,000 acres. It's one of the bigger farms around here, and he had like I think he had about 6 9870s, and then he went to the S670, I believe, and they didn't work out for him very good because he went to a class, and he said they're 10 times the combine the John Deere are, and he got 7 of those. He's down to 5 now. But what piece of machinery has the most hours on our farm? Probably the MX tractor. Yes, I really got to get around to that, Iowa. There, boys. I have it in the shop right now, and I'm just with the shed that we're building in there. I can't get the tractor in there right now, so I have it outside. So as soon as I can get to that, I gotta get on that because yeah, they are gonna get pissed off. Did you say asphalt? Around here, it's asphalt or asphalt, whatever. I just say pavement, blacktop. 670s are not very good machines. They're way underpowered. Is there a 680? Sometimes I get mixed up on those new ones. 670 and the 680 or 690. I can't remember now. To be honest, I'm so out of the loop on all the new machines now. I have to do my homework. Ethan, I would probably stay with a Bobcat skid steer, but I'd like to try John Deere and a Case, and even a Cat. Yeah, he has 20 combines. Did you hear about that big farm in North Dakota? There's a few big farms I heard of. Can't really remember anything about North Dakota though. Did your pond air pump suffer any freeze? If it did, yes, it did when the power went out that day. Uh, I, by the time I could have done anything about it, it froze. But it thawed out after. So 670, 680, and 690. Yeah, I'd have to go by my John Deere dealer and see which one they have the most of there because they always have the same model there, and it's all of them. Hey, Jan, good morning. From way over there on the other side of the pond. Farmall, no, I don't. Actually, yeah, Iowa Dairy Boys. Our seed cleaning plant has uh, that same model skid steer, and they like it because you can get out from the side. It has the big one, the arm on the right hand side of the cab. I'm pretty sure. I've seen a few things about the New Holland skid steers, and they're not. I uh, I forget whose it was now. That is it. Elm Custom Harvesting. Their New Holland didn't have that great luck with it. Chicken soup. Who is Sean to me? Sean is my nephew, my sister's boy. Oh yeah, JCB. Sorry, that was JCB. You're right. I thought it wasn't. Yeah, thought wasn't quite sure now. Yeah, JCB. Well, they like the JCB because they can get in and out of it when the loader's still halfway in the air. So, hey, Bill Mayer, how's it going? Randall, we have about 90 to 95 calves now. They kind of slowed down a bit. Have you ever had a tractor start on fire? No, but we've had a combine start on fire, and the cat has started on fire. Case is New Holland. Well, they kind of are, but they kind of aren't. Uh, the company that owns both Case and New Holland, well, however the hell they merged their Fiat or whatever the hell, they bought both of them, but they use some of the same stuff. But like you can get a Case combine and a New Holland combine, and really they'll probably use the same engine, same plastic, same outside, same cab, but their internals will be totally different. Like a New Holland has twin rotor, where a Case has a single rotor. So, any plans on big equipment purchases? No, not at the moment. We did quite a lot of purchasing already. Now I'm on the Ritchie Brothers website. Yeah. How many head of cattle do we have? About a little over 200, Brandon. Yeah, our John Deere 9600 actually smolders a couple times. We've had that. Got to keep blowing them out every day. What do you do with your bull calves? We put bands on them as soon as they're born, unless we're gonna keep one of them or a couple, whatever. If we find there's one that looks pretty good, we'll keep one. And we won't band it. Did you ever consider doing a shop layout video? Yeah, maybe. If you could have any tractor, what would it be? Man, I don't know. To be honest, brand new tractor? That's a tough one. I would like a versatile. I think I'd try out a versatile. But I'll be at the show in Grand Prairie at the farm show. So I'm gonna walk in all of them, take a look at all the new ones. Yeah, I don't really care for our honeybee header either. And a lot of other people have said the same thing. But I did figure a few things out on it that made it work a little better. John Deere 9510 is a great combine. Uh, I find it funny that a lot of people have in the States, like on the channels that I watch, like Ryan on How Farm Works, they have a 9510. I forget what Iowa Dairy Boys, which kind of combine you guys have. But I I would just go straight to a 96, the biggest one. Yes, Fiat merged Case New Holland, yes. That's right. How many acres do you farm up there? Here in southern Kansas, we farm around 5,500 plus. That's a good size. We farm around 1,500 grain and oil seeds and probably about 700 hay. No, I didn't see it. I've never seen a teleskid. That's always my problem with skid steer loaders is that their reach. I always hate the reach on them. They're so easy to maneuver and everything, but when it comes time to reach up to our high manure spreaders and that, it's too low. But I would like to get a bigger skid steer. My 843 is a little on the small side. 9,500? Oh, I thought yours was like a 9,510 too. Uh, I like the MX 135. I wish I would have bought it when it had a lot less hours on it. I think that one that we bought had kind of a rough life. I think it came from a feedlot, and the hired guys probably ran it. So yes, there's three 9600 combines coming up in an auction here, probably 30 minutes away from me. Yeah, they do. They always sell for pretty good stuff. Ethan, I don't know when I'll live end the stream. Probably in another 40 minutes or so. I'm not sure. Do we have a grain cart? No, but it would. I would. Well, last year we could have used the grain cart. It would be nice to have, but we still need another guy to run the cart. So we're kind of short on guys, but oh, okay, I see. Updated to 9510. Yeah, I did see a few of those combines at 9770s with the bullet rotor. There was quite a few of them around before everybody traded off to 680s and 690s. When you have normal winters, how do you calve in the cold? Uh, well, we have a barn, and when it's cold, we put the cow and the calf in the barn, just like we did about hour and a half ago. And that's actually the best because when you get this warm weather, that's when they start getting sick. So, all right, take it easy, Tim. Yeah, yeah. Well, that might change. 57. Uh, Young Gun, we haven't had too much parts issues with Case. Uh, didn't really have to wait too long. Sometimes we shipped mainly in Canada, but there was a couple things that I think they shipped from the States, but really not that bad. How many hours on your big case, and how many hour horsepower it is? Our biggest case international tractor is the 9270, and it has 335, but I'd like to get it turned up. What town do you live by? I'm not too far from Grand Prairie, Alberta. I'm in Alberta, Canada, Brandon. What do we do for field work in the spring? Well, that's going to be a good one come this spring because everything's in stubble and ruts, and it's all a mess out there. So I'm not really 100% sure what kind of tillage we'll be doing yet. Iowa Dairy Boys, when are we going to build a huge machine shed for our equipment? Hey, I get asked that lots and lots, and I dream about that at night too. I think we're gonna do it little by little. You know, summertime is always the fall is actually when we can do it, but there's so much to do in the fall too. You know, we like to spread lots and then get ahead of it. But really, it's not that hard to build a nice open shed. Closed-in sheds are really expensive here. You can pay 200,000 just for like 100-foot, 50 by 100. D. Phillips, I can't explain the milk quota system to Larson Valley Farms because we don't do dairy. I have no idea about that. All I know is I read in the paper that Canada's dairy system is supposed to lose like one in the millions. So. How do you like your Case 2096? It's really good. It's a really nice tractor. Well, I hope they didn't throw out parts because you always need parts. We should have just mothballed those things. Somebody always needs them. Most of the new Case stuff parts is coming from Europe. Yeah, see, yeah. I don't know. That would piss me off for a 3-month wait for parts. You get more snow than rain, and it's not as bad on equipment. Well, in the winter time it snows and it rains, and in the summertime it rains. So we get more rain than snow. But if they're outside, it's all bad. Is there much farmland changing hands there? Yeah, there's not as much as the last couple of years, but there's still a little bit of land for sale. When is the Brier? Is this? Yeah, I haven't watched very much curling. I will watch probably the finals and that, but I got to get into curling. Like in the Olympics, I'll watch that, but I can't just watch curling steady. 8 inches of snow on top of the mud here in north central Iowa. Yeah, I heard the big storm went that way. Did I watch the Daytona 500? I caught a couple minutes of it earlier on. John Deere's coming out with an electric tractor. Whoa. Wow. I don't think there'll be very many electric tractors out here. Hey Trevor, how's it going? We had an MX 120 as our main loader tractor for years. It was the best tractor we owned. I really like our MX 120. That thing, for as many hours it has, getting on to 9,000 hours, and the tractor still feels like new. Randall, we expect to have probably about 100 and, I don't know, 180 calves for sure, like 190. How far away do I live from the farm? Well, I live probably from the main farm, you mean? It's just a hop and a skip, really. I live across the street, or the road, or the range road, or the township road. Too bad the damn Oilers lost today and Friday. Yes, I was listening to it in the tractor while I was spreading straw. So if I'm planting and then I can plant for 4 hours, then I can have a beer for 2 hours while it's charging. Cert Farms. Did you get warm weather this last week? Yes, we had really warm weather, which played havoc on the calves and that, and it melted all the snow. It got all muddy, and then it froze again. So the change in temperature really was really hard on the calves. Hey Harold, it's fine where I am. It's minus 14 right now Celsius. Actually, Tim, you have so much equipment. Have you ever considered building a pull-through service bay? Actually, that'd be awesome. We were talking about that to have a wash bay. Uh, yeah, that'd be cool. That's something I really like because we wash a lot of stuff here, summer and winter. Hey, take it easy, Larson Valley Farm. Hope it's a good calf. Yes, Aaron, I agree. I hate the change when it goes to when it gets really warm and then gets really cold again. If it just stays at minus 10, that'd be that'd be great. We seem to be having a lot more freeze and thawing all the time now in the last 10 years. No Clyde, no firing up the sled yet. Brandon, my next live stream will probably be next month sometime, probably end of March. So you mean here in Canada where we have to go by a quota? We can only sell so much? One wild and crazy guy. Wish you could come here. Are there many coverall structures up your way? Yes, there are quite a few. They are a lot cheaper than a big pole steel building, and they're my neighbor has one and he really likes it. He had one before, but it wasn't quite as good. Uh, this one he's got now sits on a 4 or 5 foot pony wall, and it's it's a truss style hoop too, so it's a lot stronger. It actually got demolished in a windstorm, his older one. All right, thanks for stopping by, Ryan McDaniel. How are the calves doing from yesterday? Well, the one in the vet is doing a lot better. Do you have Mennonite or Amish farms here? Yeah, there's a lot of Mennonite and Hutterite colonies around. How many acres are we farming? Uh, around 1,500 grain and oil seeds, and probably around 700 hay. Farming's good, Harold. Sugar mama. Jordan, we don't grow flax. My dad my dad had grown flax one year and he said never again. Flax is cool though, but I don't think I'd want to try it. Land rent in our area is probably around, depends what area, but well, in our area it's about $50 an acre, 40 to 50. Hey, David. No, we don't run any purebred. We just stick to we just stick to a few base breeds. Charolais, Simmental, Black Angus, Red Angus. What's the next piece of equipment you plan on buying? Hard to say, really. Uh, we might buy some really big bins, maybe. It's still up in the air, but I think there's some canola being grown in Ontario. What kind of wheat yield per acre there? Well, we had about, I think we were yielding about high 60 to 70 on our wheat. I have a friend who was, they farm up in the Fairview area, and they were getting like 80 to 90 on their Stettler. So I think we'll be trying Stettler this spring. 20 land rent in southwestern Ontario is anywhere from $250 to $400 an acre. Well, unless I'm planting gold, I'm not paying $250 an acre. The more equipment you buy, the more sheds you have to build. Exactly. I should start building sheds. Less equipment. What is land selling for up here? Land here, well, where I am, the land is a little bit cheaper than just an hour south of me. Where depends on the soil type and everything, but around 100 to 150, and some you will get to 200,000. I will be seeing how it will be going in the next couple sales, how land is going yet. All depends who really wants to buy it. If someone really wants to buy it, they'll pay. There was a auction sale, I think it was 2 years ago. Land that I never thought would have went so high went for $500,000, and it's like the worst land around. So it's really hard to say sometimes. The groceries do it. Yeah. Any grain sorghum raised up there? Not that I know of. What's our favorite crop to grow? I like growing them, all of them. Wheat, barley, canola. I like growing them. As long as they grow, I'm happy. Yeah, like we're down where you are, Aaron. It's a little, it's more than, always more than what it is here. So. Yes, we do see more straight cut harvested canola here. A lot of guys are, lot of guys are trying it. Uh, Sometimes you got to be careful because with the crazy winds we get here, if you don't get to it, it'll all shell out. I did see some. I did see one guy's canola field. There was he didn't even bother going putting the combine through it. It was all shelled out. Everything was on the ground. Yeah, some of that land is crazy because with the way prices are, I don't know how you make any money on it. Uh, the cats in the shop, are they litter trained or do they sneak outside? They do both. Straight cut some canola here. One person said you have to have balls to leave it that long. Yeah, I don't. I don't like leaving crop here long at all. Get it out and get it off. No, there's no center pivot irrigation. That's all in southern Alberta. They have a lot of irrigation in southern Alberta. Take it easy, Harold. 75 has. We are cow calf mainly. We don't feed yearlings. What was the first big tractor on the farm? Uh, well, long time ago we had a 1486 International, and that was the biggest at the time. Then we traded up to our 7120, which was only 5 horsepower more, at 150 horse, and that was our biggest for the longest time. And then we ended up getting a 4694 case with a crab steer, and that had around 210. Um, then we got the 9250, which has 300. Then we got the 9270, which has 335. How many heat units up there in northern Alberta? I don't know the specific number, but it's a hell of a lot less than down south. I'd have to look that up because they were talking about that for soybeans, and we don't have enough heat units for soybeans. Yeah, see, 500,000 for where you are is more realistic. When it's up here, it's crazy. You plant oats? Yes. We not very much though. We used to plant it more before. I remember, oh man, must have been about 20 years ago. Uh, I think we were combining oats and it was like 90 cents a bushel. I was like, we were figuring, why are we even planting this? But I think it was about 3 years ago last time we combined some oats. I don't mind oats sometimes. Do they grow any soybeans down by you, Aaron? 'Cause I know they're trying some in southern Alberta and southern Saskatchewan and Manitoba, but there were reports that there wasn't enough protein in them, the ones coming from Canada. And the buyers weren't liking that. Nance Bro 3. I don't live in the States. I live in Canada, and we have provinces, and it's Alberta. Yeah, we're not too far from Grand Prairie. Do we do any custom field work? Not really, no, but we did one year. Faba beans. They were trying to get people to seed that around here, but our feed mill took faba beans off their list, so they didn't want anybody to bring it there. Oats is 275 there. I'd have to see what it is here. I know oats in the last 6 years was doing actually not too bad here. Hey, good night, Besert Farms. And take it easy, 69. Doug, have a good one. Where's the closest drag strip to you? They drag at the airport in Grand Prairie, I heard. I'm kind of southeast of GP. I'd like to try soybeans. The only thing I hate about soybeans is you guys have to cut them really, really low. And some of our rocky land, that wouldn't be too good. Yeah, our feed mill sells a lot to feed to chicken farmers and now all that stuff, but they took fava beans off. There was only like one guy that would bring there. So yeah, I know a lot of guys are trying peas now that didn't seed peas before. They're trying peas now to try and expand the rotation. So maybe it was because there's so many oil wells on the farm and on the land because you get paid for all the wells and rigs that are on your land. We have 2 surface lease revenues that we get. We rolled, yeah. You can I guess you can roll it. Yeah, that's an idea. A lot of guys roll the peas, so they're rolling the rocks in anyway. But we're kind of more in the rocky area where people just south of me have the nicer land down by the river. Has my YouTube channel made me a local celebrity? Not really, because a lot of locals don't really know I have a YouTube channel yet. Uh, just a few. I haven't really thrown it out there locally. No, we haven't ever tried rye, but a lot of the organic guys around here seed rye. I land roll when the land is too lumpy, just to smash all the lumps up. Hey, 7520 deer, how's it going in Wisconsin? Todd on Gold Rush is finally making money. I'm busy because I'm behind on 2 episodes. So the last episode I watched was when what's his name was in that culvert. He was taking that beaver dam, the sticks away underneath that culvert there. They're trying to get the water. So that's when I was telling you about the biggest beaver dam is in the world is in Alberta, which I didn't even know. I wonder where it is. I still gotta look that up. You ever go river boating on the Smoky River? No, but I have friends that have. and they never took me. Yeah, I kind of find that too, Aaron. More moisture. We didn't need the more moisture this year, though. Have we ever grown peas? Yes, we did once. Did you ever look at oats and peas for the cattle? Did you ever look at oats and peas for the cattle? Kind of don't. What do you mean? To feed the cattle with them? Do you play Farming Simulator? No, but Sean does. Parker gets pissed every episode. When doesn't Parker get pissed? I actually, I actually kind of been hating Gold Rush because it's kind of scripted, you know. I kind of actually prefer Yukon Gold, but they don't have enough episodes. It's more real. Oh yeah, growing. Yeah, we do oats for cows. Yeah, yeah. We have a bin. I have a couple wooden bins full of oats right now. Ever try panning for gold on any of your land? No, but I wouldn't mind heading up north to just try that. You know, we're not too far from all the gold-rich area. About 5 hours, and we're not too far from gold. Uh, we only I'm about 2.5 hours away from the Alaska Highway, so yeah, I like Yukon Gold too. It should be starting up here pretty quick. Biggest beaver dam is in Wood Buffalo National Park. Is that where it is? Because yeah, I was watching Gold Rush and they were talking about that. It's in Alberta, Canada, and I never knew that. Do you ever get out ice fishing? I myself don't, but there's tons of ice fishing here. A lot of guys on the lake. There's some gold in the Peace River allegedly. Really, I didn't know that. Yes, unscripted, always a big problem, always solved in the nick of time. Well, I always find it funny that all the guys take off and then they all come back at the same time. You know, everybody comes back like it's weird. You have to haul your calves a long way to the market, about 3.5 hours away. We've got black gold in Iowa. Yeah, we've got black gold here in Alberta too. It's called canola. Do you watch Alaskan Bush People? Sometimes. I really don't care for that show or those guys. Doesn't really tickle my fancy though, that show. Talked to a guy from Lac La Biche that's on Yukon Gold. He said, "Don't believe any of what you see on TV." Any even from Yukon Gold too? Yeah, I prefer. What's the other one? Uh, Alaska: The Last Frontier. I prefer that show. I don't mind that one. I also like Mountain Men too, except for a couple of those guys in Mountain Men I don't care for. But how many hours of sunlight do you have in the middle of winter? Right when it's the shortest day, probably about, well, sunrise about 9, a little after 9, and then 4:30 it's dark. So I hate moonshiners just because of why would they have a TV show about it, and it's like, it's illegal. So don't the authorities watch that and then go arrest you? Like, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, I suppose not every. I think every show is you got to do it their way or don't get filmed. So, uh, do you think beef prices are going to take a hit with the new president next door? Mm, maybe. I don't know. Still reading about that right now. I know that they've taken a hit already. You're just barely making $1,000 a calf. So take it easy, David. Have you heard of Dryland Cattle Trading Corporation in southern Alberta? No, I haven't. Why do you not use feeders for cattle when you give them grain instead of wasting it on the ground? Uh, we did actually have a bunch of troughs made, not 3 foot high. Well, yeah, 3 foot off the ground. We did have tons of those. That one year we were really short of hay and we fed a lot of grain. We did have a lot of troughs, but we only feed grain very, very rarely. Maybe once a month. So they clean up pretty well. When the snow is packed and ice, whatever, it's not really wasted that bad. What's the dollar at right now? Is it like 75? Were you gonna try and come down for How Farms Work meet and greet? Actually, that'd be actually pretty fun. I'd like to do that. Sean is like 21, I believe. Any advice for a person who wants to farm when they're older? Well, get hired onto a farm as soon as you can and get the knack for it. Yeah, see, cows here lick the ground clean. Yeah, when it's winter like that, they clean it up just like it's in a trough. You want to do a burnout on a $45,000 truck? Hey, Austin, can you show me that you added me and stuff? I don't even know if I on Snapchat. When everybody adds you, do you have to add everybody too, or do you just when they add you, they're on your friends list? So I'm still learning the Snapchat deal yet. So why is it going to be for city slickers? Us farmers can visit too, can't we? Yeah. How do you make $1 million farming? Start with 2 million. That's a good one. Eli, you should be able to run down there if it's only an hour away. You didn't buy a ticket? Well, I don't really care. I wouldn't really care for a hayride, but how much are the tickets? I forget. What did he say they were? I'd just go just to shoot the shit, you know, talk about shit. For 10 US dollars, that means I'd have to pay like 13, 14. If I had a farm day on the farm here, everybody would have to work. And I would stay on the house. I would stay by the house. Yeah, if you had the beer gardens open, that you'd have to get a liquor license. Take it easy, Daryl. It's cheap beer down there too, but you got to drink twice as much. You know that Canadian beer? It's like moonshine. Actually, I'm not. I'm having a root beer. Ever heard of the Budziszewski farm? No, I haven't. Yes, I heard One Lonely Farmer is going to the How Farmers Work event. Yes, actually, I think I have seen that video, Mac. I think I have seen that video. That's the same one you're talking about. No helmet on, just giving her with that old sled jumping. Yeah, I think that's the one you're talking about. Okay, Austin, I'll do that. Yeah, take it easy, Jeremy. Oh, you're talking about Travis Eby. Yeah, his dad shut him down. Hey, Miss Tidbits, how's it going? So glad you could join us. Actually, one wild and crazy guy, you can add me if you didn't already. It's Northern Farmer 1 on Snapchat. Yeah, Broadview Acres. He changed his name now. I forget what it is now, but he only does John Deere Gator videos. Oh, that's okay. I'm glad you're here too. Great live stream. Hey, old Logger Wade had a funny one last night too. Yeah, I couldn't watch anyone else's live stream. I was away yesterday, so I plant with the 9270, which you guys will see more of in the springtime. More, it's kind of hard to make any kind of different wintertime videos. Or you kind of, we're kind of just stuck in a rut right now that we're doing the same thing over. So. Yeah, I'll have to watch those again. They're pretty funny. Yeah, I got your Snapchat there, Aaron. I'll be loading Super Bees this week too. Yeah, but in Iowa, you don't have too much snow, so you guys could almost be working almost with that weather there. Does everyone use air hoses up where you are, or are there any disc opener drills? Yeah, a lot of people use air hose, sorry. Uh, most of the people use air seeders. We have both actually, which we used last year. There's no caps or spaces. No, I don't watch Street Outlaws. Why do we use older New Holland TR Series combines? Because they're really simple, they're bulletproof, and they work great. Yeah, Mac. Sometimes I think, well, what am I going to do today? But we've been doing a few different things. So if, like I said, if we had a little bit of snow, I'd probably been out sledding. I have to go to BC to sled now. Wink, wink. One wild and crazy guy. No, there is no spaces or caps. It's all one. Northern Farmer 1. How come you don't have the misses? The misses isn't. The misses just came in. She's there listening. What's better, air hole or disc opener air seeders? Depends. I like my disc opener, but the Seedmaster and Seedhawk air hose, uh, they're really the one to beat right now. Aaron likes his Morris. Yes, disc openers are high maintenance. That is true. Mind you, I have a double disc opener on an air seeder, so that's not bad. Sleds are nice, but I've used mine 3 times in 2 years. I think I've done the same thing. Did I buy seed yet? Yes, I did. Actually, I had my seed bought last spring, and it's for this next spring yet. I bought some canola seed because the brand that I'm using is discontinued, so I bought all that I could get for this year. Vintage snowmobiling? No, not really. Roundup 7315. Apparently, there's no more. I know, right? Right, Bill? No problem, Tim. How do you like the L130, Aaron? No, I haven't heard of Greg Hansen's trucking. Yeah, Aaron, we'd like to try some in Vigor. I'd like to I'd like to get on to that brand. Our drill spacing is 7.5 inch. Sean is my nephew, yes. He's my sister's son. Wow, 80 bushels. That's pretty good. Ours was in the high 40s this year, and that's awesome, I always think. I like your sawmill. Do you saw all your lumber for your projects? Uh, yes, we do, pretty much. We've only been at the mill once this year, like in that last video I posted. Just haven't got around to getting there, but we got to get there. Uh, yeah, I'd like to get there and saw quite a bit up, so I can get that lumber stored and dried. Will you get any drone footage? Planting of tillage this spring. Yes, I will. Uh, I've had a hard time flying the drone around here with the weather. Usually it's always cloudy here in the wintertime. It's not, like you get way more cloudy days than sunny days, and uh, it makes for bad video. Like it's dark half the time. So, and then when it's nice and clear and sunny, it's colder than hell and really hard on the battery. Uh, but I like flying it, but it's gonna be nice to fly it in the warmer weather and that. You put 480 pounds an acre. Well, yeah, that's with usually only 380, 400. Well, I'm way lower than that. I'm about 200. I think I went 220 on one field this year because I had extra fertilizer to get rid of. Have you guys ever milked on the farm? No, we have not milked cows commercially, just by hand. One day I want to buy robotic milkers. Actually, I'm not 100% sure how those work. I'd have to see a video on how they work. We can hardly wait for spring to come. Yeah, it's getting. Seems like we haven't had. Seems like we haven't had very much winter this year, but with lack of snow and stuff. But yeah, greens from Austria. Enjoy your channel. Well, hey, thanks. Thanks from Austria. What time is it right now? It's 20 after 9 Mountain Time. We're always 2 hours behind all you guys in the east. Andy's Towing? No, I haven't. Never heard of Andy's Towing. Sorry. How's your shed coming along? Are you building the rafters? Rafters are built already. I had them built last summer. They're in the shed right now. Actually, they're in the barn, not in the shed. The price for a bred heifer up there is probably around, I think it's around like $1,400. Don't quote me on that. Ask my brother, he'll know. Are you going to build a machine shed? Yes, I really do want to build one. If it will get built, that's another story. But within the next 5 years, it would be really nice to get some equipment under sheds. Valley View, yes. I'm an hour away from Valley View. I worked on a Seminette Road too. I'd like to build a new barn too with the conveyor in the middle, like you guys have for the milking barns, instead of shoveling it all out. The bad thing about hoop buildings here is that if you don't have good ventilation in them, they'll sweat. So how warm does it get in the warmest of summer days? We can get in the mid 30s, which is what's that? Almost 100 Fahrenheit. Yeah, in the 90s. Yeah, what Aaron said. Hey, Elm Custom Harvesting. Nice to see you. So I've been on for an hour and a half here. I'm gonna probably call her a night here pretty quick. And it's been a long day. Hey Ted, how's it going? Glad you made it. Which auction? Which auction do you market your calves at? North Central, which is located in Westlock. When I worked in the States, I had to know both systems. Well, we're still old enough to know both systems. I had noticed you were in the States, Aaron, a little while ago. Yes, that's right, Mac. Thanks, Bill. The cozy corner, yeah. No, I don't really. I haven't really stepped foot in that place. Oh yeah, Arizona. I have family down in Arizona. They stay there for the winter. Actually, quite a bit of family. Everybody's heading to Arizona. Good morning, Elm. Don't go through Salt Lake at rush hour. Take it easy, Clyde. Like I said before, I will be at Grand Prairie Farm Show. If anyone's in the area, let me know. I'll be trying to take a little bit of video in there, as long as everybody doesn't look at me funny. To be honest, I think it's March. March something. Let me take a look here. I'll try and find it. Yeah, it's a 2-day deal there. They have like a bull sale, and then they have the farm show for 2 days. Are the just off one night? Yeah. Are the Oilers going to make the playoffs? Well, if they don't start winning, they've lost 2 in a row. So, but I think they will. I have Oiler flags that you put in the windows. You know, when you drive around with the flags. I haven't used those since 2006. Might have to dust them off. Ted the calf that we took to the vet. He's going to stay another night, but we'll be bringing him home tomorrow. He's better. I think the Flames have won 4 in a row. Well, what do we plan on seeding this year? Lots of canola. This year is going to be a big canola year. A little bit of wheat and a little bit of barley. Lots of wheat for you, Aaron. Yeah, I don't think McDavid is gonna be going anywhere. Is there any pig farmers in the area? Yeah, there's a few. Have you been using your Snapchat? No, I haven't really. I mean to use it, but I keep reverting to Instagram. How many new calves are we up to? We're about 95, but like I said earlier, we with the warm weather and then back to cold, we've had quite a few sick calves. They got scours, so they've been really dehydrated, and we're trying to keep on top of that. Wheat, peas, canola, yeah. Well, it's gonna be for us. It's gonna be like 70% canola this year. Yeah, I would. Everybody, he's good at recruiting subs. He's gonna pass me soon. Yes, Wild 1 and Crazy Guy 19. Northern Farmer 1. No spaces. Why did we have to drive to the vet? uh, to put the calf on IV, you can't do it at the farm, so you have to do it there. But long time ago, the vets used to come out to the farm, but now they don't anymore. You have to bring your animals in. They have their excuses. They have all the correct equipment there, so it's easier for them. Have you had mostly heifer calves or bull calves? Both. It was turning out to be a lot of heifer calves, but now the bulls are coming. Uh, Aaron Starker, we can grow corn here. There's quite a bit of corn growing around here, but we just can't combine it for seed. Let the cows graze it. Yeah, I'll check out your channel there, Wild One. Are we spreading manure? No, we don't spread manure during the winter. It's like one big block of ice. So if we could do that, that'd be awesome, but kind of hard. And really, you're not really. People frown upon that when you spread it on top of the snow because it can get washed away. And I kind of like spreading it on the field and working it under the sooner the better. So. Uh, we're about 90 days for our growing season. Yeah, cows don't fit in the back of the truck, but they fit inside the stock trailer. In our crop rotation, how many years before we see canola again? Most of the people here do a wheat canola rotation, which is really not enough, but it's pretty hard to make any money if you don't. Yeah, November is pushing it, except this last November. One wild and crazy guy. You're just you must not be spelling it right. It's Northern Farmer 1. That's all it is. Pretty simple. Yeah, see, Ryan, it's if I'm saying your name right, Rin or Ryan. I think it's Ryan. Yeah, it's 85 days is not enough for corn here. We do garden corn just to eat, and even that's hard sometimes. Yeah, that's what I thought, Ryan. Well, it's 9:35. We'll go for another 10 minutes, and I will be saying goodnight. Tabor corn, yeah. Tabor corn's the best, as long as you don't get any imposters trying to sell it as Tabor. Take it easy, Jordan. Thanks for stopping by. Take it easy, young gun farmer. I'd like to grow corn too, just so I could build a baseball field. That's my dream. Hey, Glenn. Welcome to your first live chat. Kind of late, but I'll be signing out here pretty soon, but welcome. Around 200 there, cattle. Do you do any corn or alfalfa silage for the beef cows? No, we don't. We just do straight alfalfa hay mixed with grass. Van Nicholson. We live we're around the Grand Prairie area. Well, thanks, Glenn. Well, I think I'm gonna call her a night there, guys. Thanks for stopping by, and tune in the end of March. I would believe will be my next one. So she's getting late here, and make sure you check out the next video, which will probably be day after tomorrow. And yeah, thanks for watching. Take it easy, guys. Thanks for stopping by. See you later.